Coming up on Chris and Rick's Picks, Dallas rides into New York, but will they be successful? RG3 takes on Drew Brees in the Superdome, and will Peyton Manning be ready as Big Ben and the Steelers ride into Denver? Tune in to find out.
And welcome to Chris and Rick's Picks, a subsidiary of the Collegian. On my right, I have Richard Cano, assistant sports editor. On my left, the veritable sports editor, Chris James. We're going to get into some games. All right, first game, Dallas versus the New York Giants. Now, Rick, I know you're a big Dallas fan. What do you think?
I think with the tremendous strides that Dallas made this offseason, getting Morris Claiborne in the draft, getting Brandon Carr in the free agency, that's going to fix the defense, pretty much what we needed. And with a healthy offense, I think they're going to upset the Giants at their homecoming, and I see them taking this one.
For my take on this, I believe that the New York Giants are going to win this one. They're the defending Super Bowl champions, and I mean, the players that they have on offense, I'll just go by my list: Eli Manning, Victor Cruz, Hakeem Nicks, Ahmad Bradshaw. All four of those are people that can go the distance and are big playmakers.
Big names.
And I'll also say he used to be a Dallas Cowboy, Marcellus Bennett. He's second string tight end, but I think he's going to prove something that night. And then on defense, they have Antrell Roll, Corey Webster, Justin Tucken, Jason Pierre-Paul, which they speak for themselves. And I just see the Giants taking this one in their first opening game.
Very, very, very contentious. Let's see, Indianapolis versus Chicago. Chris, take it.
All right, this is a tough one. We're gonna see Andrew Luck against a very good Chicago defense, and I don't think he can actually do anything against them. They have Julius Peppers, Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs. All three of them are gonna come after him. I don't know if he's faced that kind of rush in college. I know he hasn't, so it's gonna be hard for him. And then on the other side, we have Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Devin Hester, and Matt Forte. All four of them can do something. Devin Hester's just a spark plug in the special teams, and it will be something to watch.
I'm actually going to go against you. I think Luck will have a tough time against this Bears offense and defense, but I think he's going to do really well. I actually have him as my offensive rookie of the year, and I see him coming in struggling, but he's going to lead the Colts to victory over the Bears in Chicago.
Very contentious. Next game, Miami versus Houston. Big Houston fan over here. Well, let's see what you have to say.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm a big Houston fan, and yes, the Houston Texans will win their first opening game against Miami. They have too many weapons on offense and on defense to go against Tannehill and that Dolphin defense, which I really don't know if they have anyone to stop. Schaub, Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, Owen Daniels, any of those guys. So I think it's a pretty easy call. Houston's going to win this.
What do you say? Do you think it's a pretty easy call as well?
I'm going to agree. Houston has too many weapons, and the Miami Dolphins are just coming in unprepared with pretty much no weapons whatsoever. I see Houston taking this one by a blowout.
Let's hope the ASPCA isn't at that game. Next game, Washington versus New Orleans. Got a lot of good jambalaya coming out of New Orleans, don't you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Let's see, what do you have to say?
Okay, well, I mean, there's a lot of controversy with the Saints. Their coach is suspended for a year. Jonathan Vilma suspended for a year. Will Smith is suspended for at least 4 games, I believe. So I really see Robert Griffin putting his foot down, showing the NFL how he's going to play this game. And he's going to turn heads, and he's going to win this game with Santana Moss and Pierre Garçon, who they got from the Colts. And then their defense is also pretty stacked with Arakpo, London Fletcher, and D'Angelo Hall. I mean, Breeze is really good, but I think they'll slow him down enough to win the game.
What do you have to say, Rick?
The loss of Vilma is great, but it's in New Orleans. It's the Superdome, and RG3 is probably, I see this as a shootout. I pretty much think Breeze and the Saints are going to take it, no doubt, but it's going to be extremely close. I think RG3 will have a great game, but I don't see the rookie winning in the Superdome. I just see Drew Brees leading the Saints through this and trying to get them as an organization past this whole bounty gate thing. And not only with Drew Brees, but Mark Ingram and Jimmy Graham. I think they're going to be okay. They'll have some struggles on defense, but with that sound offense, they'll be fine.
You have anything to say to that?
It's going to be a good game, but it will be a shootout, I believe. So.
Come on, give me blood. San Fran versus Green Bay. Rick.
This is going to be a very tough game because we have the the Super Bowl champs from 2 years ago and what I see as the surprise team from last year, because with Jim Harbaugh taking over this is the new 49ers. This is like the 90s dynasty that we used to see, the 80s with Montana and Rice and everybody. I'm going to go with the Packers, though. I think, yeah, they probably had maybe a championship hangover last year, but I think they're going to shake it off. I think Aaron Rodgers, Clay Matthew, and Charles Woodson, they're going to come out and pretty much shut down this young, up-and-coming 49ers team.
Chris, what do you have to say?
All right, well, yes, both teams are very talented. Harbaugh came in and did a great job last year. Got the Coach of the Year award. He has Gore at his disposal.
Al Gore.
Vernon Davis.
Keep
Got
going.
Frank Gore, Vernon Davis. Alex Smith is coming to his own with this new coach. Michael Crabtree, but I do agree with you. Green Bay's going to take this one. They have too many weapons on offense. And yes, their defense did struggle last year, but I think Clay Matthews, A.J. Hawk, Charles Woodson, and B.J. Raji, they're going to come back with a vengeance and really sustain their defense against most teams this year.
Although Frank Gore will probably give them a hard time because he is a phenomenal runner, and Alex Smith is really coming into his own. He had a good touchdown-interception ratio last year. But I see Green Bay coming out with it.
I've been in Wisconsin once. Very good cheddar. Next game, Pittsburgh versus Denver.
This game right here. This is probably going to be my second favorite game of the week. Denver, the Tebow mania is over. They've got Peyton Manning now. And, I mean, it's the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, that's enough said. I think this game it'll come down to the end, but I have Pittsburgh winning. I just think Peyton Manning's going to do phenomenal in Denver. He just doesn't have that system down yet. And I think just with Ben Roethlisberger and especially that defense with James Harrison and Troy Polamalu, I think Peyton needs to learn the system a little bit more, and then he'll be able to go with them toe-to-toe.
Very, very bold choice coming from Rick. Chris, what do you have to say?
I completely disagree with this. Manning is coming back off of a full year of injury. He wants to prove himself again. He's going to win the Comeback Player of the Year. He also has a run game, which means he's not going to depend on just throwing every time. And it's going to be more elusive when he changes the play at the scrimmage. So you're not going to know. He has Willis McGahee behind him, Lance Ball. And then they just got Joel Dreesen, who was a former Texan, and that was a great pickup for them at tight end. I like that one. And then they have Demaryius Thomas, who is a giant wide receiver, and he's almost like Andre Johnson's stature, which Peyton's never had before, and that's going to be a huge target for him. And then on the other side, they have Champ Bailey, Von Miller, and Elvis Dumervil, who are very good defensive players and can sustain Roethlisberger and Mike Wallace, and their run game. So I think Denver's going to win this one. I'm going to call it by like 10 points at least.
You think the Denver defense can contain Rashard Mendenhall?
Yes, I do. Von Miller is a beast. Von Miller is going to turn some. I mean, he already turned heads. He's going to make it to the Pro Bowl this year, and I think they're going to go very far this year. The Denver Broncos.
Okay.
My Lord. All right, we got a couple games. Just want you to give me one or the other. Chris, Jacksonville versus Minnesota.
I'm going to go Jacksonville with Dane with the Gabbert at quarterback.
Rick.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville as well. Minnesota's just not ready for anything coming up right now.
New England versus Tennessee. Chris.
Ooh, that's New England. Tennessee's coming with a rookie quarterback. I don't think they have a chance.
Rick.
Belichick's Patriots all the way.
St. Louis versus Detroit. Chris.
Detroit. Megatron, he's going to have a big game that day. So.
Rick.
I'm actually going to put Detroit on upset alert. I'm going to go with the Rams because of how Sam Bradford's been performing. And it looks like that offense is coming together rather well, especially with Jeff Fisher now there. So I'm going to go with St. Louis.
Philadelphia versus Cleveland. Chris.
I like Philadelphia, but I think Cleveland could do the upset with Whedon as their new quarterback, rookie quarterback, something to prove. And it's in Cleveland. That's a crazy place to play. I like Cleveland upset right there.
Home of Drew Carey. Rick.
I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I think Vic, even though he's coming off an injury, I think it's time for the Dream Team to live up to their name, and I think they're going to run over Cleveland.
The home of Will Smith. All right, Atlanta versus Kansas City. Chris.
I'm going to go Atlanta for this. Ryan at quarterback he's quite good with Ronnie White, and their run game, Michael Turner's insane, so I don't think Kansas City has a chance.
Rick.
Falcons blowout Chiefs.
Blowout, people. Carolina versus Tampa Bay. Chris, what do you have to say?
I got Carolina just because of their quarterback.
All right, Rick.
Freeman needs to get himself together. If Tampa Bay is going to be successful, I see Cam Newton coming in and starting the year off strong.
Last game, Cincinnati versus Baltimore. Those Bengals are looking pretty bad. Cincinnati, what do you have to say? Chris, what do you have to say? Chris, what do you have to say?
I like Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. You got Joe Flacco. That defense is good every year. I don't see Cincinnati winning over there.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I'm going to say the AFC North champion Ravens are going to win this game.
All right, Seattle versus Arizona. I like Nirvana. What do you think? About football, of course.
It's a tough one. They're two subpar teams in a subpar division. I feel like Arizona, they don't have the quarterback right now. And Seattle, it looks like they're putting Russell Wilson as their starter. He's a young quarterback, just came out of college. He wants to prove something, and I feel like Seattle's going to win this. And they have some weapons as well. He has Marshawn Lynch, Sidney Rice over there. And on defense, their defense is young. So they have Bobby Wagner, rookie at linebacker, and then Earl Thomas is a great UT, University of Texas boy, so he's also really good. I have Seattle winning this one.
Rick, what do you have to say?
Yeah, this is just
Pretty passe.
It's very difficult because of, especially the division, how this is like one of the only divisions where you can maybe have a losing record, still go to the playoffs. I disagree completely with the Arizona decision to put Skelton as their quarterback. I think Ryan Lindy proved himself this offseason and should get the starting job over Skelton and Cobb. And I see Seattle winning, and they can actually maybe take this division if they can keep Sidney Rice healthy. And if Earl Thomas can get some more interceptions, I think it can be rather well for them.
Yeah, I think Earl Thomas has to have like a Pro Bowl season for them to do anything, honestly, on defense at least.
True.
All right, San Diego at Oakland. What do you guys have to say? They're both on the coast.
It is the battle for the Bay, and both of these teams have had their glory days, and they're kind of fizzling right now. I'm actually going to go with the Raiders, though, over the Chargers. I see Carson Palmer having a very good game, and I want Derek McFadden, perhaps one of the best running backs I've ever seen. I think he's going to have a good game. He just has to be very careful, stay healthy, don't get hurt so early in the season. And I see them because with the Chargers, I mean, Rivers, he just needs to prove himself, and I don't see him doing it anytime soon.
Healthcare is very expensive these days. Chris, what do you have to say?
I agree with him. Oakland, I think, is a superior team in this case. We got, like you said, Carson Palmer. I think he'll do well. Darren McFadden has to stay healthy for them to do well this season, but they'll do well in the first game. Hayward Bay, he's got to step up a little bit too. He's one of those first-round picks that just hasn't really produced as much as they wanted to. And then at defense, they got Michael Huff, who is a former UT Longhorn, which is still really good. And they have Richard Seymour from the Patriots, who is a franchise player. He's going to do well. And then San Diego has Nerve Turner as their coach still. Like, they need to get rid of him. That is
Very
one of their
weird
biggest
name
problems.
as well. Nerve Turner.
That was one of the worst decisions they ever made. And Nerve Turner shouldn't be coaching anymore, I think.
And also, the Raiders have Sebastian Janikowski, who is without a doubt the best kicker. I mean, this guy's making 70-yard field goals in warm-ups alone.
Jesus!
And I think the Raiders, and that key, as you said, is McFadden. Can McFadden stay healthy? The recent defensive additions are really well, and I see them taking this game, probably going pretty far in the AFC West.
That's it. You've heard it here, all right? Chris and Rick, they both have their picks. What do you have to say? Make sure to check out hbucollegian.com. Get in the game.